What up, what up, what up, good people? This is Mike, the philosopher, here with another one. This one is the rankings for the Never Ever Mets. All right. Now, this one is strictly for husband and wife material. Okay. It's all we shoot for here. Same thing with RTL, whatever. Husband and wife material. Okay. In my opinion, I'm going to give you my opinion on who's the most ready to be a husband and who's the most ready to be a wife. All right. Now, we got the whole cast here with the Never Ever Mets. And let me just say, man, every time I do the last rankings, it doesn't matter if it's RTL or whatever, I rack my brain because I see new interviews that come out and I see people and I come to a conclusion. Everybody crazy. Okay? Everybody is nuts. Everybody is lovable and everybody is batshit out of their mind. For real. They just out of their rabbit minds. And a lot of it probably comes due to maturity. There are some pains in there. There are some traumas in there. There are some childhood things going on. There is some living in bad neighborhood situations going on. There's a lot of variables as to why people are nuts these days, but they are. They are in a lot of different ways. I hate to crap on the U.S. culture, but it's for the birds, man. We got to get a different culture for real because it is damaging our people. Not even just black people or whoever, is damaging everybody. Okay? When your God is the dollar bill, you will do practically anything. And that means throwing all morality out of the window. Okay? Just throw it out of the window. Oh, his morality, I'm not going to use that anymore. I'm not going to need it. Okay? For what I'm trying to do, I don't need no morality. Nobody's perfect. I get that. But at the same time, you got people who are growing up damaged. And it was all too apparent in this series. So I have heard too that they picked up another episode or another season or so. So the Never Ever Mets is coming back. Congrats to the people involved. Okay. And my question to that is, we're part of the problem. Really. We love ratchet TV. Okay? We just do. We tune into it. Oh, did you see what he said about her? Or, oh, did you see what she said about him? Oh, she almost swung on him. Oh, he had to swing on her back. Oh, this, that. Oh, her sister. Oh, your mama. Oh, you your face looked like an ass. Oh, you got a small thing. Oh, you ain't this, you ain't that. Oh, I don't like him kissing me. I don't feel nothing. Oh, it's listen. You a bitch. Oh, like the women calling the men bitch. It's crazy. It's just crazy TV. But guess what? The viewers said they want to see more. Okay, y'all tuned in. Y'all got to show some more episodes. I'm not mad at that. I'm gonna cover the next season possibly if I'm not doing something else. Strongly thinking about retiring the whole channel and getting into something else more productive. But we'll see what happens if I stick around for that. But as of right now, I'm in this and I'm going to cover it. So I thought I'd do a rankings. I know I've been rambling, y'all. I know I've been rambling. So without further ado, let's go in. I know. Let's do the ladies first, okay? All right, here we go. From the bottom to the top, I'm going from number 7 all the way up to number 1. Number 7 is for the women. And I know this list is probably going to shock a lot of you. It's going to confuse some of y'all. I get it, but I'm going to explain everything. And at number 7, who is the least ready to be a wife is Jodie. Okay. This chick is not ready to be a wife, and for a number of different reasons. She is very toxic. She has a pretty high body count. She is very rude. She is very deceptive. And I'm not even sure if she likes men that much. Okay. There are and she got traumas. There's a whole lot of things. Jodie is a mess. Okay. I'm not saying she's a bad person. I'm saying she's so far away from being a wife. It's absolutely ridiculous. Okay. I know she's a self-proclaimed sexologist. She likes to dabble in a whole lot of things, a lot of kinky things. I think she will probably admit that she's not a wife, right? Just a traumatic past and her own sexual identity she's still trying to figure out, may end up with a woman. Like I said, when her friend came to visit, she was all dressed up, all dialed up, you know what I mean? But for Aaron, she don't feel a need to dress up for this dude. She don't feel a need to impress this guy in any kind of way. His touch is ew, it's a ick. His kiss, ew, it's a ick. When he try to, simulate a certain type of style, you know what I mean? From the back, ew, it's a ick. How could you come on a show wanting to gain a closer connection to a guy and practically be turned off from him on site? On site. I mean, I'm talking about day 1, episode 1. Okay? She was turned off from Aaron before she even seen him. Okay? No lie. She was at the airport complaining. Let's just get this over with. You don't believe me? Go look at episode 1. This chick is so far from being a wife. It's absolutely ridiculous. Okay? If marriage was a planet, she'd be in orbit. Okay? She's not even on the planet. And for every practical reason you could possibly think of, the only redeeming quality of Jodie is that she can cook. I guess she's a pretty good cook, so I give her props for that. But that's it. That's where it begins and ends. Now, maybe if she find a guy that she like, maybe she could turn things around. But I don't even see her even moving in that direction. Again, Jodie is a perfect example, ladies, of why men don't like women with high body counts. Their pair bonding is destroyed after that. They can't pair bond with nobody. Okay? She is a sexologist. She can't pair bond with nobody. Not hardly even women. Her attention span is that of a gnat. Okay? A fruit fly. She has the attention span of a fruit fly. No kidding. Okay? She can't pay attention to nothing. She is drifting through life. I hope she gets the help that she needs. I hope that she figures herself out and what direction she wants to go. She seemed to be on the fence about a lot of stuff, but I don't have no ill will towards Jodie. I just think that she played everybody, not just Aaron, but the audience, the TV network, the show, everybody. She played everybody. It was a hustle from the get-go, a hustle from the jump. This was about episode checks, nothing more, nothing less. Okay? Her and Aaron agreed that if they're going to do something, it's going to be for financial gain. Okay? This is why part of me feels like he was in on it. But I'll get into Aaron a little later on. But the least ready to be a wife, Jodie. Okay? For a number of different reasons. So I got Jodie at number 7. At number 6 is Sienna. All right. I find this woman attractive, okay, physically. That's where it begins and ends. Okay. She has the mouth of a sailor. She has no chill. Her relationship software is extremely corrupt. Can't use it. She has a troubled past. I'm not sure where a lot of her traumas are. I don't know if I think she said she was, SA2. I don't know. But she has this guard up where she got to be tough. I know she's from New York. I think she's from the Bronx, of all places. New York chicks are no joke, man. It was this one New York chick that I was seeing, and she was aggressive. She came at me. Okay, she was aggressive, but she was mad masculine. Shout out to her. She was mad masculine, man. And I was like, man, them New York chicks, they a trip. But Sienna just showed a whole bunch of red flags. On the surface, she could be nice. Okay? It's when she starts to feel either love or relationship or coupling where she starts to download her relationship software, and that joint is not usable. Okay? It's not usable. When she's online with Brandon, it's all gravy. Why? Because it's not a relationship. Okay? When she first met Brandon, it's all gravy. Why? Because it's not a relationship. But when you got to deal with real life and you start trying to turn it into a relationship, she gets scared. She starts using her corrupt relationship software, and she just blows the whole damn thing up. Okay? I'm talking about calling men. Like, she can't be confronted about anything. She can't be confronted about anything. She could tell you about yourself all day. But if you try to tell her about herself, she get all in. Not only do she do that, but a lot of ad hominems and a lot of personal attacks on you. What Brandon say? Brandon said, you tend to switch it up a little bit every now and then. You say one thing and then you change it up and you do another. She said, oh, another guy told me that. He was like, for real? Okay, now we're getting somewhere. So that's that is really a thing with you. Well, you a bitch. He was like, what? Where'd that come from? What are you talking? Oh, so now I'm a bitch now. Yeah, you a bitch. Uh, and you ain't nobody to talk. You had marriages that failed, and you want to talk about me and this, that, and the third. So she totally flipped it around. She has ridiculous conflict resolution that is not even worth, like, toss that joint out. If like her and Zandia is on two different, like, for real. Or not Zandia. Shay. I thought Shay had pretty good conflict resolution with her guy. But when I get to Shay later. But Sanaya is I don't know if she could be fixed. It's going to take some mentoring for her, but I think she's probably, it's too late. She's probably too old for that now. You know what I mean? Who's she going to listen to? Unless it's someone with a marriage, 70s, 80 years old, that knows things that she respect. I don't think she got nobody in her cipher with those credentials. She just got a corrupt personality, unfortunately. And I'm not sure how many people she can really get along with. I seen in a recording with her and Brandon, and she was like, oh yeah, me and Brandon, we're planning a trip. And Brandon was like, I don't know about all that. You know what I mean? Seeing other women. Yeah, I said I was going on a trip, and she trying to tag along. I don't know why she's still stuck on Brandon, but she still is. Maybe because it's all that, like, I think people around Sienna know her personality is corrupt, so they don't mess with her. And Brandon is the only person patient enough to even try and deal with her or even show that he liked her. So I think that's why she's trying to hang on to him. It's a real sad situation because I think the woman is beautiful, but what good is beauty if you don't have the personality? Ladies, men will pick personality over beauty, okay? They just will. They just will. Listen, some of the most beautiful women are on the bottom of this list. I ain't gonna hold you. For real. And that's because it's not just about looks, and women need to understand that. Yeah, okay, you might be beautiful. Yeah, you got a whole lot of help with a whole lot of makeup and things like that. But at the end of the day, a man wants a woman he can get along with that has conflict resolution, okay? And it's a shame that this woman don't know how to get along with nobody. And I don't even know if she's fixable, y'all. I got Sienna at number 6. At number 5 is, who is at number 5, y'all? Who do y'all think is at number 5? At number 5 is Alexis. All right. Now, for Jodie, let me just revert back here. For Jodie is, her nickname I gave her is Damage Beyond Repair. Okay. She can't pair bond with nobody. At least Sienna can pair bond with a person. She pair bonded with Brandon, but she got on his nerves. But Jodie can't even pair bond, okay? So her nickname is Miss Damage Beyond Repair, okay? As far as Sienna's, her nickname is just Miss Drama. Okay. Uh, she's just full of drama. She got corrupt personality, and it's gonna cause drama. She's gonna throw your roses back at you. I guarantee you, if you gave her an engagement ring, she would throw that joint back at you or flush it down the toilet. Okay, Miss Drama. You don't want those problems. You really don't. And the nickname for Alexis is Miss Attention Seeker. Okay, Miss Attention Seeker. She has to have somebody's attention. She has to be in the mix some kind of way. I heard an interview with her and well, not with her, but I heard an interview of, I think it was Josh, and Josh said that she was actually the one who swung first. She swung on Dominique, okay, and he was really just protecting himself. I mean, again, it wasn't to. Josh said it's not. He don't condone it or anything, and I agree with him. I don't condone it, but he still probably got misjudged a little bit, because from what he's seen, she started swinging on him first. Okay, and everybody should keep their hands to themselves. Okay. Everybody should keep their hands to themselves. Women, especially, sometimes I feel like women get a little too comfortable in the society that we live in, because they know men are going to be judged both socially and legally. But so they get real familiar and they start swinging on dudes, and can't ask a human being not to protect themselves or not be for the bullshit. You just can't ask anybody to do that. I don't care if it's man, woman, child. You can't. So why would a man who is 4 times as strong as you, why would you sit up here and try and swing on him? Doesn't make sense. Now, I know they came on here and they started to talk about their it was for the TV. We was just playing. It's not that serious. Everybody tripping. This, that, and the third. Look, you don't. That's not how you play. And it didn't look like it was scripted. I mean, I ain't for real. It didn't look like it was scripted to me. It didn't look like it was scripted to a lot of people. So, you look like you were doing a cleanup job at the end. Okay, let's just go on the internet and tell everybody that we was just playing, this, that, and the third. Yeah, well, clearly I ain't trying to work on no relationship. Okay, you got Dominique sliding in Sienna's DMs. You trying to take her from Brandon. It's crazy. Really? Like, y'all the two most volatile people on the show. But I don't know. Maybe he liked that energy in her, that rough girl, that New York, and maybe that's what she need is a dude like Dominique to, I don't know, to make it so that she don't get too much out of pocket. I don't know what's going on. Like I said, everybody crazy. But as far as Alexis, she just needs attention. They mentioned about her commenting on Greg draws a little too much. Like, yo, ease up on his draws. This is what Dominique was saying. Josh said she was talking about it for damn near an hour. Okay, we didn't see that part. We just seen a couple clips of it. But he said she was talking about this man's draws for 45 minutes to an hour. And everybody like, look, relax on the man's draws. Okay, why are you riding his draw? Like, for real. So it was starting to come off a little disrespectful to Dominique. Like, that's like a man talking about a woman's chest. Like, dang, she got some big ones. Boy, look at those. Like, ladies, picture that. Picture Dominique talking about a woman's, you know, breast. Oh, Diamond, she got some big ones, boy. Wow. Look at that. Oh, you miss Wonder Twins, huh? Is that what you are, Miss Wonder Twins? Like, and Alexa's gonna be like, relax on that. Why are you commenting on Diamond's chest? Okay. And talk about it for 45 minutes to an hour. Man, boy, I just seen Diamond. She got two midgets under there. I'm telling you, I seen them both. Well, I ain't seen them both, but she got some midgets. Okay, I wonder what her, like Alexa's gonna be like. What are you doing? That's disrespectful to me as your woman who you trying to get to know. You sitting up here talking about Diamond's chest for an hour, really? Y'all will feel a way about that if a guy did that. Why should it be any different for a guy? Get off the man's drawers, okay? Get off his drawers, and focus more on me. That's what you should be doing. Now, again, a lot of alcohol was involved. A lot of people were drunk. Still no excuse, They, but it is what it is. They probably drunk a little too much and started talking a lot of stuff, and then she got into it with Diamond and, well, not Diamond, but Shay and Josh, and said that Josh tried to, still trying to be the center of some kind of attention. That's why I call her Miss Attention Seeker. I got Alexis at number 5, y'all. At number 4 is, who is at number 4 as far as wifey material, y'all? Y'all tell me, who is at number 4? At number 4 is Millicent. Okay, Miss Millie. Millie her nickname is Miss Trauma. Okay, if Sienna is Miss Drama, Millie is Miss Trauma. Okay, now Millie is Miss Trauma because of her whole situation. I get that happened to you, but it turns out it happened like almost a decade ago. I'm not saying that it still doesn't affect her, but the question remains, what kind of work are you doing to move past this? Okay. And I'm not sure if there's a whole lot of work she's doing to move past it. She still moves as if it is recent, fresh. She still moves as if it's still fresh. Now, I'm going to say this, but just bear with me, okay? And I know I'm not trying to trigger any women or anything like that, or anybody, period, okay? But sometimes I feel like some people will bring up traumatic situations to garner sympathy. And it's a manipulation tactic. Okay, because the more sympathy you have for that person, the more that person can get away with. I'm not saying that that's what Millie is doing, but I'm saying it's on the table. It's on the table. She just seems like the type that will do anything she can to get men to swoon over her or feel sorry for her or manipulate, or men she can manipulate. She seems to be that type of chick to do that. Now, talking to Josh on one of his interviews, he said, well, I don't know if Josh said this, but I think it came up in a conversation that the whole time she had a boyfriend. This whole time she was with Greg and in the house, she had a real boyfriend at home. Posted her boyfriend on social media and was rocking with him for a while. So I don't know if she's in and out with this guy. She's not with Greg anymore, but they said that they still cool. I'm not sure what the dynamics of their relationship is, but I could probably even make an argument to have Millie lower than Alexis, to be honest. Okay. I think that Millie is probably she just takes me as a woman who is a bit manipulative, a bit damaged. That's why I call her Miss Trauma. And she also comes across as some kind of sugar baby, to be honest. So I don't know if the guy that she posted was some kind of sugar daddy to her. I don't know. But I wouldn't put it past her. She seems very materialistic. She seems like the whole princess. She seems like she is like just majorly focused on herself. Okay. I don't see her being very forthcoming with affection, love, attention to men. I think she's at a stage where men are to be used for her enhanced lifestyle, enhancement of her life. I don't know that she has anything genuine to give a guy. I don't even really think she really likes men that much. The only thing but it's easier to use a man than it is another woman. Another woman is not going to treat her as like a princess and cater to her like a man would, because she's leveraging her looks, right? Women do it all the time, and a lot of them do become sugar babies to a lot of men and spend a lot of the guy's money without necessarily returning any kind of genuine love to the men. They just want to be present just enough to get what they can out of the guy until he stops, and then they're gone. And Millie got so many traumas that I don't think she has the tools to love anyone genuinely. I just don't. That's why I didn't think it was going to work with her and Greg. I really didn't. So I wasn't really surprised at all when he said that they wasn't necessarily together. Now, they still seem to be friends and things like that. And they said they still want to pick back up and things like that. But I don't. I just think Greg, and he's not the only one, get caught up in a woman's looks, and when a man gets caught up in a woman's looks or whatever, they can really get manipulated real easy. Okay. But as far as Millicent, I wish her the best. I just don't think she has the tools. Again, I could swap her and Alexis out as far as their place, but she is Miss Trauma, and I'll leave it at that with Millie. At number 3, okay, we still on the wifey material, y'all. We're on the wifey material. At number 3 is who? Miss Shay. All right. Now, Miss Shay, her nickname is bipolar love, Miss Bipolar Love. And the reason I call her Miss Bipolar is because she could be hot and cold. Okay, when she's hot, she's ride or die. When she's cold, she is a ice queen towards you. Okay, it is bipolar. It is no middle ground. It is no, like, it's one or the other. Okay. Now, I seen an interview where, well, y'all seen the interview with her and Josh in the episode, and she like, I got an appointment to get my tat removed. Okay, it is Ice Queen season. Okay, I'm not saying that she's bipolar. Okay, I'm just saying a bit of her love is bipolar. You want to stay on her good side, because once you get on her bad side, it's chilly. Okay, it's Alaska, right? It's Iceland. So, you know, a part of me understands though. You know what I mean? A part of me understands if Josh is putting her in certain situations, I can understand why she would think that way. All right. And I do think she would make a good wife. Don't get me wrong. The way she rode for Josh was impressive to me. I ain't gonna hold you. Okay. The way she rode for Josh was impressive to me. It was wifey material. The way that she had his back and believed him other than some other random people, I like that about her. Now some might say, well, Mike, I don't know about that, because wasn't he messing around on her? It's not been confirmed. Okay. Alexis said that he did play her. Let me tell you. Let me say the scenario that I think happened. Okay. Here's how I think it went down. I wasn't there, so take it with a grain of salt, right? I wasn't there, but here's what I think happened. I'm gonna reenact it. Okay. Shay starts to fall asleep. Okay, she's probably snoring at this point. Then Josh said, "Hey, Alexis, let's let her sleep. Let's go out in the hallways and talk, so we don't bother her." And Alexis was like, "Cool." And they went out in the hallway, and Josh probably cracked a joke like, "Oh man, you know, something of that nature. It'd be cool to have a threesome or something like that." And Alexis was like, I don't know if she said it ain't no fun if the homies can't have none, or she probably said something similar to that. Are y'all gonna do it? Cause I can get down, and ain't no fun if the homies can't have none. Jokingly, probably, right? I don't think they kissed. I don't think they hugged. I don't think they smashed. I don't think they did none of that. But Alexis remembered that as if she registered that as Josh trying to hit on her, because he probably agreed, yeah, we can go back in the room and wake her up and get this thing done. You know what I mean? Something of that nature. And she probably laughed it off, thinking this nigga trying to hit on me, right? And then remembered that. And then when she started talking to Diamond, it came back up. Oh yeah, Shay and Josh, they winning all the prizes. They doing this, that, and the third. Oh well, Josh, he hit on me that night. You know what I mean? He tried to get at me. What? And then Diamond went back and told Shay, and that's how I think it happened. It started off innocent, them going in the hallway. A joke was made. Hey, let's get this threesome popping. And she probably said, yeah, cool. It ain't no fun if the homies can't have nothing. And they probably laughed it off. I don't think they actually did anything. And but she registered that as him trying to hit on her. And he probably was a little flirtatious towards her, because I think Josh liked chocolate. Okay. And I think Dominique was probably gone out the house at this time. So there was no, a worry about her man knowing or whatever the case. You know what I mean? It was just probably just right after Dominique left and separated from the house. And again, when Alexis is drunk, you know what I mean? She probably will say some dumb stuff or do some dumb stuff. And then when she's sober up, it's a whole different story. You know what I mean? Same thing with Dominique, and probably the same thing with Josh. She'll say a whole bunch of reckless stuff when she's drunk, probably not mean none of it. And then she create all these problems when she's drunk. And then when she's sober up, it's a whole different story. So that's how I think that went. I think that Shay is a good woman, though, to stick with him. I just worried about her temper. I knew that if it wasn't going to work out, it was because it's going to be something Josh did, most likely. But I think she will make a good wife. You would just have to put up with her mouth. And if you're a guy who do marry Shay, you're going to have to check that mouth. Because I'm going to tell you, there's going to come a time when you're going to get on her bad side and she's going to talk as reckless as she can. And that is not attractive at all. So she could be a naggy wife, but I think she will be a loyal and a good wife. Okay. So I got Miss Bipolar at number 3, Shay. At number 2 is Miss Chatty Patty. Miss Chatty Patty. Who is Miss Chatty Patty? Of course, yes, that's Diamond, right? Miss Chatty Patty like to get in the middle of stuff, but I actually think that she would make a good wife. I think this woman is serious about being with her husband for life. I just don't like. I just didn't like a couple of things about Diamond. I liked most things, to be honest. I just didn't like a couple of things about her. I didn't like the battery she put in Aaron back. I didn't like her manipulating ways. I really didn't like that. I wouldn't want to be a part of her her family with her sister, that's for sure. I dealing with her sister, oh my goodness. But she does got some good ways about her. I don't know. If I'm being honest too, she came off a little lazy to me in the house. So I'll be very curious as to how she is as a wife as far as cooking and cleaning, because Diamond didn't seem like she was very domestic. Okay, her domestic skills probably wasn't up. I did think she was a little messy, but I think her heart was in the right place to look out for Shay and give Shay the information. It'd be hard to have that information of Josh hitting on Alexis and not let your friend know what you just found out. I mean, this look, listen, everybody expected, and women do that all the time. That's why I don't understand what the big, like, are y'all surprised that she told Shay? Of course she was going to tell Shay. That's what women do all the time. And she shouldn't have been in their business and all this. Show me a time when y'all not in Y'all not in people business. For real. I told y'all, if y'all watch my other video, if a man is involved, it's not going to be a secret. It's not. If a man is involved, run tell that. That's what y'all do. Why are you surprised? Why is she being reprimanded for telling Shay? Most of the women who say that about Diamond would have done the same thing. Y'all would have done the same thing. Y'all would have told your friend that your man might have been hitting on another woman. You would have told your friend. You know why? How I know? Because a man is involved. That's how I know. Okay? If a man is involved, you're going to tell. That's just how women are. Okay? Imagine keeping a secret from your friend about her man. Yeah, right. I haven't seen it done yet. Okay? So I don't understand what the surprise is. Oh, they should have minded their business, and she was doing this and being messy, and all of y'all would have been just as messy. Stop it. Cut it out. I'm not buying that. I'm not buying that. She is the oldest woman in the house, but she's still a woman. Okay? And that's still a man who messed up. So, really? I mean, come on. I be tripping when I see stuff like that. Like, y'all expected her not to be a woman and tell on a man? Please. You would have did the same thing. A lot of the ladies would have did the same thing. So I didn't like that. I didn't like that she put a battery in Aaron back, like I said, call him fake and all these fake people, and it got a little out of hand at the end, especially, and calling him fake, and then he did what he did. And I really didn't like the fact that they kind of hogged up the the boom boom room and just tried to sun everybody. But I don't think she's a bad woman, and I don't think she'll be a bad woman to Aaron, and I don't think she'll be a bad wife to Aaron. And I will probably say you could probably swap Diamond and Shay too, but I just don't have enough information to really do that, because I don't know how much Diamond cooked or cleaned in the house, or Shay cooked or cleaned in the house. I do remember Shay forgiving her man for having a baby and the whole Alexis thing. I do remember Diamond for forgiving her man for him proposing to another woman and him going, getting out of pocket with her sister. So they both were forgiving women neck and neck, to be honest. But I just don't like the very disrespectful tongue that Shay has. That's probably the only thing that got Diamond ahead of her, is that Shay was very vicious with her insults. Y'all old, your pee is dry, and like really, both of y'all old and y'all weird, and y'all just want to be like young folks, and just I didn't see Diamond insulting the other women, so that's why she's just a step ahead of Shay as far as ready to be a wife. Plus, she's a little older, so she's more serious than Shay at probably being a wife and finding her king, finding her one. So there you have it at number 2, Miss Chatty Patty. All right. At number 1, obviously, is your girl, my girl, Chris girl, Sandia. Okay, the heart of a saint. This woman is wife material. I understand why Chris picked her. Um, it's very obvious, right? Why he picked her. And if I'm being honest, it's probably had a lot to do with the fact that she's from a different culture. Okay. Probably because she's Haitian and not American. I think, look, the West, America, period, is just a breeding ground for dysfunction. Okay. In the culture, in the black community, as far as families go, it's not our fault. It's really corrupt for the whole country, but it is more advertised when it's black people. Let's just put it, when it's black people, we get TV shows for it and we tune into it. Okay. Other cultures probably don't want to see themselves in a bad light, so it's not going to do numbers. But we love it, and it keeps feeding and feeding and feeding, and they say, "Oh, okay, keep feeding them that." And next thing you know, we're getting worse and worse and worse. But to talk about Sandia, I think this woman is elegant. I think she dealt with Chris superbly. Okay? She moves like a wife. She moves like a wife. Chris is the best picker out of all the men. And I'm going to tell you something. Picking is 90% of the work. Okay? Picking is 90% of the success you're going to have in a relationship. The other 10% are little, inconveniences or misunderstandings that you can iron out. But if you got the right person, he's actually proof. If you got the right person, you can be in a relationship. And we're talking about a guy who let's just say have some very old-fashioned and masculine ways of thinking. You got the right one. Sandia, like I said, elegant, respectful. She is very patient. Okay. And people might think she's a pushover. She's not a pushover. Okay. She'll tell Chris about himself. Okay, but she'll do it in a respectful way. That is the art of communicating in a respectful way that women of America can learn from, is how to communicate with a guy, even if you have a disagreement, and still do it respectful. Not call them all kind of bitches. Okay, Sienna. Not lead them on. Okay, Jodie. Not call, use all these ad hominems and personal attacks and demean him. Okay, Millie. And Shay. But do it in a classy way and still get your point across. Chris said women don't make good decisions. And in front of everybody, she said, well, I don't think he's really being serious. And we'll talk about that. That's one that she said something about gender roles. That's one area we disagree on. Sandia know how to communicate and do it in a way that is respectful, and that is an art most American women don't know how to do. I'm just being real as I can be. This woman is so far above and beyond the other women on the show. It is ridiculous. And what is the one thing she is different? How she is different? She's black, she's young, but she's not from here. She's from Haiti. Okay. So it has to be a cultural thing. She was probably raised to be a wife. Okay. And in that last interview on the show, at least, they were still together. The only couple that was still together. Huh? Now some women might say, "Oh, I don't need no man anyway, and I ain't gonna put up with that just to be with a man and all this other stuff." That's what I'm talking about. That mentality, that culture right there. Chris absolutely adores Sandia. Jodie absolutely adores Sandia. I absolutely adore Sandia. This is a phenomenal person, human being, not even just woman. Okay. I got high praise for her mainly because of her conflict resolution. I think that she does it in probably the best way. Well, not probably, is in the best way. Her conflict resolution is superb because she gets her point across, but she doesn't judge people. She doesn't hold grudges. She doesn't demean or disrespect. She doesn't, call you names. She doesn't gaslight. She doesn't manipulate. She doesn't do none of that stuff. Sandia is clearly number one. Now, this video went on longer than I thought, so I'm going to make another video for the guys. Stay tuned for that. I really would like you to do that. Let me know what you think about my rankings also. Would you flip somebody around? Would you just redo the whole thing? Let me know that too. So I got Zandia, who is Miss Wifey. That's her nickname, at number one. Number two, Miss Chatty Patty at Diamond. Number three, Miss Bipolar with Shay. Number four, Miss Trauma with Millie. Number five, Miss Attention Seeker and Alexis. Number six, Miss Drama and Sienna. And number seven, Damage Beyond Repair with Jodie. Miss Damage Beyond Repair. Let me know what y'all think about that. If you have it in another order, let me know. Hit the like, share, and subscribe. And I'll catch you in the man's ranking. Peace.